Hi, we just saw Paddington 2.
And for some reason, I don't have a gun to his head right now.
Anyway, that's gonna partially disappear.
Yeah, it's white on blue. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the blue's gonna disappear. That's how blue screens work.
Not against my shirt.
That's why I wore a red shirt today. Underneath my Batman shirt. Anyway, let's actually talk about the movie we saw.
I'm Deadpool.
Let's talk about the movie we saw. So yeah, it's about a talking bear who likes marmalade, and he goes on little misadventures. He's
obsessed with his aunt.
Anyway.
In hopefully a non-creepy way.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the movie starts with like a couple-minute origin story for Paddington, where he's rescued from a waterfall.
Shouldn't the first movie have been the origin?
Which I didn't see. Yeah, it's been a while. I know I saw it, but it's been a long time, so I don't remember all of it.
I found myself thinking, why do we need an origin? Wasn't there already an origin?
It's literally only just 2 minutes of it, too, like where he's just rescued from a waterfall.
And suddenly he's in London.
Yeah, well, the first movie explained why he's in London. But yeah.
I'm sure there are more people out there than me that haven't seen the first one.
Yeah. Anyway,
because I don't know how well it did in the box office.
It did well enough to actually support a sequel, so well enough. Anyway.
Most movies nowadays get some kind of sequel.
But yeah, so Paddington wants to get a birthday present for his aunt, and so he wants to get this pop-up book, but it turns out it's one of a kind and too expensive, so he gets a job. He gets
fired.
Well,
he gets another job.
Well, from the first job, because he was trying to clean up in a barbershop, but he
shaved a dude's head.
Who turned out to be a judge.
You really didn't need to spoil that yet.
We're doing a review of the whole movie. It's not really a spoiler, just who he is. But, so then he gets a job as a window washer, which, after a first little mishap with trying to lift the
bucket.
Yeah, the bucket. He actually ends up being pretty good at.
And he almost makes enough money if it weren't for Phoenix. I suddenly forgot his last name.
Speaking of spoilers. But yeah.
Phoenix Asshat, let's call him that.
Yes. Played by an actor we know is familiar, we just can't place him. Oh, also, the 12th Doctor plays this jackass neighbor.
Yeah, who's, I guess, a like a security for the neighborhood watch, basically.
Yeah, something like that.
You have a bear on your roof.
You have a bear on your roof.
You have a bear in your TARDIS.
Let's talk about the movie. Anyway, so yeah,
it's more fun pointing out cameos.
Yeah, so the villain of the movie, who's like this actor who wants to become famous again. Yeah, rich again because he's sort of washed up.
Doing commercials for dog food dressed as a dog. So this guy's fantasy, basically.
It wasn't a very good dog costume.
I'm sure you have better lying around here somewhere.
Eevee. The Eevee costume is better than that.
I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like it's a commercial to show how far he's fallen.
Yeah. But yeah, they
he steals the book.
And frames Paddington to make it look like he did it.
Even though he did nothing to actually frame Paddington.
Well, it was just a happy coincidence.
Yeah, he basically did it to himself by being in there when he shouldn't have been.
Yeah. But again, Paddington was trying to stop him.
Yeah. The cops don't know that. They can't see that.
Yeah, I know, but exactly that's why it was a happy coincidence on the villain's part.
I found it a bit odd where the first police officer shows up, goes, "Alright, Paddington's the thief." Like, without any context, she immediately goes, "Okay, we're pursuing a bear as the thief."
he was running away from a crime scene. That in and of itself makes someone a suspect in most laws.
They had no proof to say he stole the book. He didn't have the book.
Suspect, not culprit. Suspect.
It was enough for him to be sent to prison.
To be arrested and tried because he was a suspect. Yes, but all I'm saying is, in most law books, running away from a crime scene it labels you as a suspect.
Not enough to be tried. You have to be tried for questioning and that.
It's a silly kids movie.
And we're two silly kids in grown-up fat bodies. Don't say it.
Yeah.
I know what you want to say. Don't say it.
But anyway, yeah, the bad guy gets away, and apparently the book is like a treasure map to this secret stash of gold and jewels and stuff that he wants to.
Part where my tongue stops working.
Well, where the villains
they have to give the backstory that
that the villain's grandfather was a magician who
tried to steal the fortune from the original owner, who had the book and
basically pulled a
killed her.
Yeah, basically pulled a what was it? Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Or like the Flying Grayson's mishap.
But then Paddington has adventure in jail!
Yeah. And this is...
without rape!
Yeah. It's a kids movie, they wouldn't be able to... But yeah...
so it's an inaccurate prison. Because the warden's actually a nice guy. Completely inaccurate.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Before we talk about the prison stuff, I'm just going to say this is where the movie kind of slowed down a bit for me, at least the first parts of it. They really could have sped that up a bit and crunched it a bit tighter, but aside from that, there's the scene in the cafeteria where the food is this awful gruel stuff, so Paddington confronts the chef, who is this big burly guy with a beard. And,
Knuckles!
Yeah.
Because of reasons that will be explained later. That name is appropriate enough. That's Tails, not Knuckles.
I know, but I have a Knuckles plushie and I have to dig it out of somewhere. Do you know the way?
I'll show you the way.
Speaking of
terrible
this review
memes.
is now dated.
For 2018. I believe our first review of 2018.
Is it? Huh, maybe it is.
Because the only other time I've come to hang out here, we did the video of Just for Jedi. Which you should go watch, by the way.
Yes. Hashtag plug.
This is a plug.
And so is this. Anyway, yeah,
I liked his awkward social skills when it came to the prison.
Well, yeah.
Like he's the epitome nice guy trying to be nice guys with a bunch of prison thugs.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a scenario that's...
So yeah, but Paddington convinces the big burly Knuckles guy not to,
kill him.
Yeah,
By
but
feeding
not to
him
unalive him.
By feeding him a marmalade sandwich that everyone loves this particular marmalade.
Yeah.
It's like nobody in this everyone in this universe except the 12th Doctor loves this marmalade.
Well, the 12th Doctor never actually tried the marmalade.
Yes, but he wasn't willing to. He's just a gigantic prick who would rather enforce the rules than see somebody being nice to everyone and contributing to the society, the culture in that little town.
Which I will say, it was a bit jarring seeing him play anyone else other than the Doctor after seeing him play the Doctor for 3 years.
Well, his time is up, so
yeah,
he had to regenerate back into I don't know the name of the woman who's playing the next Doctor.
Me neither. I need to look that up. I will eventually watch that once they start making those episodes. But yeah, let's back to the movie. So
I loved a lot of the small humor of like Paddington's everyday life. like
Yeah.
making fun of not his dad, so to speak, but his adopted father's age.
Yeah. You must be 80 at least.
Where he looks like he's just a regular middle-aged man, maybe.
Like
maybe
50.
Yeah, maybe.
50.
Yeah, early
Imagine.
50s, maybe.
Yeah.
Although his wife looks a lot younger than that, maybe 40s.
Yeah. She looks familiar too. A lot of the actors in this look familiar, but I can't place them.
And then there was J-Dog, who loves trains, but doesn't want anyone to know he loves trains.
Because it's not cute.
What is it, the 90s?
Yeah, his get up
Yes.
was freaking 90s. It's so 90s.
Because poor literacy.
He's cool. But yeah.
And so is Marmalade.
Yeah.
And then we had a random montage of them making marmalade.
Yeah, and all the sugar they were dumping into it. 3 scoops of sugar.
It takes a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Why do you think that stuff lasts forever? Sugar's a preservative.
Why do you think it's a preservative? It's not good for you. Even bacteria don't want it.
But there was also an earlier scene with Paddington doing laundry and accidentally getting a red sock in the laundry and everyone having to wear pink. Which led
Too much
up...
pink energy is dangerous.
We should have just a Zordon right here. with a thought bubble saying that. But that led up to the cafeteria scene where everyone wants to kill him because he made their outfits pink.
Because too much pink energy is dangerous.
But then everyone...
forgave him because the
Marmalade was so good.
And then they started making other desserts.
It's like, all that kitchen did was dessert. Like, that is nowhere near what a prison should... Like, the most unhealthy prison.
Yeah. Not that prison food is necessarily supposed to be good, it's not supposed to be candy.
Yeah. It's supposed to give you enough nutrients to get through your day so you don't die.
Yeah, basically that and nothing else.
It's going to be a completely subject topic, but I had a friend who ended up going to jail, and he was a tall, not exactly skinny, but like well-built guy, and he came out really fat. Like the next time I saw him after he got out of jail, he was really fat. I was like, "What the hell happened to you?" I guess that's what happens when you go to prison for drug dealing. He's never going to see this. He's in like Toronto or somewhere. I think he's actually back in jail. He can't stay out apparently. Hi, Neil!
Anyway, let's get off that topic. And back to the movie. The very silly little movie.
Yes.
About a talking bear.
That everyone just accepts is alright.
Yeah.
Instead of going, "Is that a bear?" everyone just goes, "Hi, Paddington!"
Well, the 12th Doctor does, but you know.
Yeah. But he's an asshat in this. That's kind of his character, is an asshat who hates Paddington.
Yeah.
And considering
So
I've never...
anyway, during the time that Paddington's having his prison antics, his adopted family, the Browns, are trying to clear his name.
AKA the shit stains. And Mr. Phoenix Asshat is going around London disguising himself as different things to find the clues.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo,
where are you?
We
Got some things to do now. I think my favorite iteration was the 13 ghosts.
Okay, let's get back to the movie. We keep going on tangents. But yeah,
and then they
the Browns eventually pieced together that all these characters that are invading these different places for the clues are actually all the same person, and they determine it's Phoenix.
Yeah. I still can't remember his last name.
Phoenix!
And then they concoct a scheme to get, like, I don't know, convince him, I forget what they did, but they recorded his boss saying stuff to get him out of his house so they can sneak through his house, look for the book. They find the attic, but the parents get caught.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
Because he's just going along with it.
Yeah.
Because apparently the company the dad works for...
Is that he's a platinum member of.
Which like apparently includes house insurance. Because house insurance in your pajamas and nothing else. They'd be like, oh, why did you break into my house without proper clothes on? Considering I live in an apartment building, I'd be like, how did you get this high up? But then they leave that awkwardly.
Yeah.
And the inmates want to break out Padington.
Yeah.
By telling him they're gonna clear him of the charges when they just want to escape for themselves.
Here's where I will say a funny little, probably not deliberate Easter egg, but very coincidentally interesting. There's a character, one of the prison inmates, who's named Spoon.
This is a spoon. A spoon.
The guy looks like Spoonie. He looks like an older version of Spoonie of Noah Antweiler. I'm serious. It's crazy. I don't like. How could they like this? Like, holy crap! They got a guy that looks a little bit like Noah Antweiler, and they named him Spoon. What the heck?
That's probably completely intentional. But then we have the whole end of the movie was basically a chase scene.
Yeah, like on trains, on steam trains.
J-Man's specialty.
and
or J-Dog, I forget. Yeah, J-Dog, I was J-Money.
Yeah.
That's what people called me in high school. That's actually where that came from.
People used to call me Homie G, and I hated it.
I hated it too, but I couldn't escape it. So I'm like, fuck it, just go with it.
It's the 2000s, man. Just like the 90s had Dude and Radical, the 2000s had What's Up and Homie and Money and shit and stuff.
I wish I could change my DeviantArt name, but I'd have to actually be a full member to do that.
Yeah, you need to get points.
Yeah, I'd change it to something more current, like That Weird Collector.
You can't actually pay money to do it, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, I don't go by that name anymore, so it'd be worth it just to leave it, because I've seen other people use that. And I don't
you can buy yourself a 3-month core membership for like. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
But then they end up catching him, Phoenix. It wasn't Albright, it was something like that. I can't remember his thing.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, and
and the judge keeps getting into hilarious scenarios where like he's on one of the trains, and the guy's pouring him champagne, spills champagne on him.
Yeah.
And his wife tells him to shush. I want you to shush. And then they bring him a dessert, and
he sees Paddington on the other train, and he's like,
he basically
faints into the cake.
Yeah. And then Paddington ends up I'm trying to think. He tries to get off the train to see his mother, adopted mother.
Yeah.
But the guy locks him in the train cart and unbuckles the train, which is a very common train movie trope.
Yeah. And then it goes, you splash into the water.
And they try and rescue him. She tries to rescue him because throughout the whole movie there was a narrative of her being a swimmer.
Yeah.
So she actually does something with that.
Yeah.
And then the guys decide, I can't make marmalade by myself.
Yeah, so criminals to the rescue.
I think his catchphrase was, I don't do nothing for nobody for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaning I don't work for free.
Exactly.
Basically a dumbed down version of that. But they save him, he gets home. Apparently he'd been unconscious for 3 days.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, 3 days went by in one transition.
Because coma. Coma rules.
I guess that's what happens when you fall into a river and can't escape quickly. And also the jump probably would have killed her.
Yeah.
If we were going by actual laws of physics.
Well, she was doing this, which would have lessened the impact.
Severely hurt her.
Yeah,
but she didn't.
Probably. But she
It
might have
probably
survived it doing that pose. She would have maybe had some broken bones or joints or whatever, but she probably would have survived it in that position.
It probably would have been
doing the
harder
way
to
she
save
did it.
Paddington, though.
Yeah, adrenaline though may have helped.
Who cares about laws?
It's a silly kids movie.
Who cares about the laws of physics?
It's a silly kids movie with a talking bear who eats marmalade.
Who was
We
once...
can stretch our suspension of disbelief a little. So yeah, so it's now his
aunt's birthday,
and
apparently bears don't live to 100, so this is kind of important.
well, I mean, it's implied they have about the same lifespan as people.
I think they said not often bears live to 100.
Well, yeah, not often do people do either. So
A lot of people live to over 100. I've seen it quite often, but
again, but not all.
I've read something that somebody
does.
has lived to 125.
I know, but it doesn't happen very often. Anyway, regardless.
The payoff is the aunt. Everyone paid for the aunt to come to London.
Yeah, it was established as something she always wanted to do.
Yeah. And she sent Paddington because she was going to go with her husband, but they had to raise Paddington instead, and then the husband died.
Yeah, I think that actually happened in the first movie where the husband died. Because I'm Batman.
Again, I didn't see the first one.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Way to go! I've already seen the second one without Thor all over again.
Yes. But, so, yeah, that was the movie, and it was pretty good. Again, aside from the few slow moments and moments that really stretched your suspension of disbelief.
I didn't think it was suspended too hard. As soon as you accept that there's a talking bear, it's pretty much willing to accept anything.
Yeah, basically.
It's like nothing's too crazy when it's a talking bear.
Yeah.
Because you have to compare everything to a talking bear.
And it wasn't as dark as the first movie, which had a crazy lady that wanted to taxidermy him.
This one, he just went to jail.
Yeah.
And
Yay, it's not quite as dark. Somehow.
oh, there was also a end scene where Phoenix got sentenced to 10 years in jail because apparently that's the maximum punishment for for robbery in this universe.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing his stage performance anyway, the one he wanted to do with all the money.
Yeah.
Except to a captive audience.
Yes.
Phone.
Still wearing pink.
And he was wearing even more pink than them.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
Like, he was wearing a different shade and he was all about the pink. Pink is my favorite color, but I'm not going to wear it anytime soon.
But too much pink energy is dangerous.
Too much lightsaber to your head is dangerous.
Anyway, that was the movie.
I'm trying to remember. He had one more joke in there after captive audience. I can't remember it.
I can't remember either.
Because it was basically a mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
I was something like, "Lock me up." Oh wait, you already have. Yeah. It was very enjoyable. A lot of the humor. I don't think there were any bad jokes.
Yeah, aside from Paddington's habit of putting things in his ears.
Yeah, that was a bit. But like, I didn't think any of the jokes fell flat. Really.
Just a couple ones that were gross. The coin in his ear that covered in earwax. That was unnecessary. That was really more something that belongs in a Shrek movie.
Where else is he going to keep that?
But all the earwax.
He doesn't carry a wallet.
All the earwax.
He puts sandwiches under his hat. Where else is he going to carry things?
But all the earwax. It was like globs of.
It's not as bad as what's normally on money.
Anyway.
When you think about where money has been, earwax isn't the worst substance that's been on money.
But blob of it. Anyway, so That was the movie. It was pretty good.
And this review is taking way too long.
Yeah.
Because the movie was like an hour and 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
This review's probably taken most of that time.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth watching. Like,
Yeah.
if you can accept a talking bear, it's definitely a fun movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of physical humor, a lot of just jokes, like jokes on. I'm trying to think. Not was there social commentary? I think some of it.
I'm trying to think what social commentary there was. Aside from just the moral message of being polite.
I'm thinking of like there was a commercial before it about the times changing.
Oh yeah,
talking about that.
Oh, speaking of commercials, ooh boy, there's a Teen Titans Go movie coming.
Yeah, I heard about that. And they put a commercial of it, and it was a meta commercial. It's like a Deadpool-esque commercial without the inappropriateness,
and without anything good. Just no.
Well, everyone was dressed as Wonder Woman except for Robin.
It just
Okay, now bye.
Teen Titans no. Bye.
Teen Titans all the yes.
No.
Yes.
No.